Got so loyal up, I make such a I'll take my leave so casually. Here's the crowbar. All is great on me. Gotta run now. You boys and blue, you bring me down, down, down. Making my way downtown. Watching all this. I'm trying all this. I'm busting out of me. So we'll be to success. Cause I don't give a fuck. For three of a party now, her mouth tastes like rum. And yeah, she tells me that she loves me and I'm the only one. But are you kidding? Come on. Yeah, are you kidding? Come on, baby. Like snappy chick, never laughing shit, got his rich, copy lit. And she magic doing magic tricks, happy kid. He's a happy kid, classic sips, happy shit. Run his mouth cause he copy lit, picks her up. Opens the door into a shabby with, lift me up. Hold my hand, take another sip. Cause I've been on my way, rat-a-tat-tat in East LA. I've been on my way, rat-a-tat-tat, been on my way, word, I've been on my way, rat-a-tat-tat in East LA, word, I've been on my way, rat-a-tat-tat, been on my way, word, I've been on my way, downtown, drinking 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, baby, I'm sorry, but get the fuck off me. Spit fire because I'm throwing up some targets. It's not some violence because I'm probably sleeping. The party is killing me, have a posse like some zombies. And if she finally kills me, then do a autopsy. And analyze my heart so my ex will fucking call me. And maybe keep my hair so you can make a couple copies. Because even though I'm, you know, she still needs a hug. She says that she's starting this day every weekend. Tell me that she wanted, but you know she's freaking. Lying like she knows it, and tell him like the phone. But she's just all over the town, rolling all this paper, You just see me as a stranger, but later we'll be rolling all around in the bedsheet. And you want another hit? Well, I'm drinking 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, It's all you ever talk about. It's all you ever talk about. It's all you see, it's pretty high. Let's go with it.
It's all you ever talk about. 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 I think I found you in my dreams. You brought me down into
What the fuck would you use that?
still falling. And every time you cry, a piece inside your eyes, buried in all your lies, blocking my eyes.
Anfang's Ironmongers, here to serve.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from.
And I'm still fighting hard for you. Though my heart's like tides to
Dude,
Maybe
Ken's
you'll come up with
insane.
something.
Oh, 9135, and what? 32, 48, 54, 96, 500 more after that. If I have to, so. 17 more of these. So 67.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take... one more day off.
Oh no.
There you are. Coming at ya.
Transfixed. No. Here comes the catch.
Take this! Following thunder!
Hey there!
Gotcha. Take it easy.
What?
Take it easy. This is where you fall. Busted.
Attack!
Laid bare.
Strange. There's nothing here after all. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Pitiful. Witness my rise.
Take it easy.
Here!
Watch out! Add Astro. Thank you for completing. Add Astro.
Take your pick. No second rate.
But it's all in. Okay, dude, I suck at telling where stuff is.
Won't tell shit that I'm gonna do it wrong. Get on my head, I'm about to do it all. You love me that way, then you don't. One day I wonder why I'm gonna show
Let me go.
something and tell me that I don't need to say. On a dream, then it's you and I'm talking about something. One day I'm gonna show
Other stores are working overtime to make Memorial Day cookouts impossible to afford. But you didn't hand-stitch the words Grill Daddy in an apron just to hang it in the closet. You didn't curate the perfect yacht rock playlist to only play it on indoor speakers. And you didn't hunt for the perfect grill just to use your stove. So say bye-bye to overpriced supermarkets and hello to that cookout. Because Aldi has unbeatable prices on barbecue favorites. Cookout classics, incredible prices. It's an Aldi thing.
She said, babe, I'm waiting, yeah, I swear, get on wet. What is this?
Listen to the song. They go like, I know it hurts sometimes. If you'll find another life to live, you'll get over it. I know you're sad and tired, you got nothing left to give. Yeah, you'll find another life to live. I know that you'll get over it. Yeah.
Never ever told them I was only trying to show them.
I started on your neck trying to froze your ring. The whole thing.
We went where a white looking mirror. She's smiling at me, but I'm laughing cause the man's like, whoa. They just go to show me money don't attract things. Stuck to the plan, you know you need to stick together and get over it. And I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. You'll find another life to live. I know that you'll get over it. And I know you're sad and tired, you've got nothing left to give. You'll find another life to live. I know that you'll get over it. See, I sat on my breath, you step up your rig. Diamonds on your neck, I sat on my wrist. Compliment my style. She don't want me, I'm running wild. You know I respect her and I love her. She don't believe in I'm alive. Go home a little with that professor. Want me back never. That's true. That's right. She said, babe, I'm waiting, I swear, get on wet. No, I'm not alright, but I'm all up on my chest. Just talk to your homie, she said we should be together. Can't even when you and say that I didn't hear my name. She ever call my phone, you know I got it. But I like that girl too much, I wish I never met. I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over. Not a life to live.
Hi-yi-hi-po.
What's going on? No, I'm not alright, but I'm all up on my chest. Just talk to your homie, she said we should be together. But I like that girl too much, I wish I never met her.
Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day. But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Traveler, Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
As do you. You don't seem wary
Literally
at all
am
from
the
your
only
travels.
one watching.
If anything, you seem stronger.
Yeah.
So, what brings you back here?
Yeah, I'm not some
Nothing in
popular
particular.
streamer.
I'm just
Lucky to get a few
saw
people.
a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Really? You were thinking of us too?
You could say
What a
that.
coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the biryani factor.
What does beer have to do with it?
You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Oh, darn, he said it.
What bet? Am I missing
You
something?
like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my
That's
razor-sharp
something he
wit.
said before, I forgot.
All right. Here's your 500 Mora.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 mora.
Hey, 500 Mora is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can, you know.
Such enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind me?
What? No! All right, was it really that obvious?
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru. It makes perfect sense to work together. All right, follow me.
Dude, ever since hearing the Sumeru theme song, like, I'm playing it on the Guitar Hero shit, I forget what it's called, the Luminescent Tour. The song will always sound different to me. Like, they killed it. That's my favorite one.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamont sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Huh? Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all. That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences. Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Paimon's ready too!
All right, take a look. Do you see anything suspicious?
No, I don't, sorry.
Yes. Some of the strokes are blurry.
So is there something wrong with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained. Almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia. But the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not? Wait, check this out! Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid, so... tea? Wine?
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arof. There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
Araf. Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash. Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadi bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Will do.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, where do we think the culprit's at right now? Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting to see how Cyrus reacts.
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
The culprit's approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. So, like you said, they need to wait and see. And crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching the Professor's every move.
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you!
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. All to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny. The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the Professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me! I haven't done anything!
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you... your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching. You're a terrible liar.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
Well, that was over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so fast!
The culprit's name is Raka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoist Darshan.
Huh?
16?! Cyrus thought he looked 30-something!
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously!
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives. He...
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of Mora. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the Academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
Okay. Where does this go from here?
The Academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here. The Matra will continue to investigate.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the Academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents. Their family lives in the city, yes?
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants, and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now. Just make sure to return it within a couple of days.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days?
Give or take. Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. You found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that. Ah, and isn't Tighnari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Wait, you mean Tighnari's in the city?
He is. Tighnari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the Academia to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at this hour. Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tighnari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around. Anyway, Hurry up and fetch Tainari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. See you there. Go on now. Don't keep us waiting.
Take it easy.
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hiss back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the Academia. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more. After all your help today, treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
I thought I heard some familiar voices. Ah, and Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh, Kave, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
I can't believe how young the guy is. Oh, what are his parents going to think?
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
If this were my son, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime. Oh.
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled person.
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming! I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone.
I'll catch you all another time.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too?
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now. Let's eat before the food gets cold.
Oh, too tasty. Paimon's belly is about to explode.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn some of it off.
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tighnari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time. It'll do wonders for your sleep.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my street? I'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zaha Hadi. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care, have a safe trip home!
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
What do you mean, us time?
Well, I was talking with Tighnari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun! Paimon's in!
Wait, no! That's my job! Don't take it away from me. Why don't you and Paimon help out Master or Cyno? You don't have to play the hero when you're out with us. This is your chance to just, you know, laze around and switch off for a bit.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip. Just bring your delightful selves and prepare to have some fun.
You got it! We'll be there!
Great. Then
Time to set off! Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others!
Did he see me? kind of miss exploring this place, but at the same time I don't. It's like everything's so green, everything blends in with each other. Green, green, blue, blue, green, 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 green. Even the fucking rocks are green. Green, 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 green. It's like it doesn't hurt my eyes, but it's just like, nah. Oh. Gandharvaville.
Take it easy. Take it easy. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
We're here! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
You got it! Dinner's on us tonight!
I hope I can contribute too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a Forest Watcher is the way to go! They think of everything! And even if they don't, they can improvise!
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
She sure made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass? My dear friend, you know what I am about to say. Excellent! A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh. But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now. Let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling. There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always. Oh, it smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
Someone sure is desperate to eat. I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done? Medium? Rare?
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
I ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight, I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Good night.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The Staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. But right now, it's time to rest. Sleep well and sweet dreams.
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Look at this.
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Evidently.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! Oh, hey them, Kave! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning. Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye. Give me a sec. I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here, I recognize that too. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right, so we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tighnari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said? What is that? Should we be worried?
Is everything okay? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years. These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages. Most of the organization's members hailed from the desert. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top-secret stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top-secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16 and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem or gotten the paper?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now. Still, we should try to catch up with him. At this hour of the night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus at his current residence.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good. It's sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office. You can ask him to tell you what he knows. The more information we have, the better prepared we'll be for whatever happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Then let's go look for him there.
What do I want to do? She said, baby, I swear, get home with no, I'm not a rap, but I'm all about my child. Just talked to your homie, she said we should be together. But I like that girl too much, I wish I never met her. Hello?
Things are about to get dicey.
Hey there! Super send-up!
Everlasting as the moon!
I know you got tired, you got nothing.
Busted!
Hey there!
Lightning flash!
Where'd that come from? Attack!
I was on the old time I know.
Take this!
Why doesn't ever smiling happy, but I'm laughing because the man like wobble,
Gotcha!
wobble, wobble.
Fire!
Transfixed!
Thunderclap!
This is where you belong. Overruled!
And I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. You'll find another life to live. I know that you'll get over it. And I know you're sad and tired, you got nothing left to give. You find another life to live. I know that you'll get over it. See, I set on my breath, you sweat up your wrist. I saw on my wrist, compliment my style. She don't want me, I'm running wild. You know I respect her enough. She gonna be giving a lift. Go home loving with that profession. Want me back never. That's true. That right. She said, babe, I'm waiting, I swear, get away. No, I'm not a rat, but I'm all up on my chest. Stuck to your homie, she said we should be together. Give me papers, up and say that I never man. You know I got a 10, but I like a girl too much, I wish I never met. I know it sometimes, but you'll get well, I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get oh. She's something wrong, she said we should be together.
Presents how to officially start your summer. Step 1, head to the perfect spot to kick off the season. DQ. Step 2, try the new Summer Blizzard menu. I mean, summer is right there in the name. In Step 3, dig into flavors like new peanut butter cookie dough parties, new picnic peach cobbler, and more. Because with treats like these, every bite feels like you're starting summer off right. But don't wait. These flavors are only around as long as summer is. Make the season official with the new Summer Blizzard menu. Only at DQ. Gotta taste good.
A motivating moment brought to you by Lululemon Shorts. Pick it up. In fabric so light there's liftoff. Dig deep. In a fit with no restrictions. Let go. In 360 degrees of stretch. Look at you one-upping yourself. Shorts on, limits on. Get into it at Lululemon.com.
This realm.
So that I never feel alone. Yeah, they've always been so kind, but now they brought you away from me. I hope they didn't get your mind. Your heart's too strong anyway. We need to fetch back the time they have stolen from us. Won't you? We can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it. Dance alone. Just a boogie all night long. Stoned in paradise. Shouldn't talk about it. I want you. We can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it. Dance alone. Just a boogie all night long. Stoned in paradise. Shouldn't talk about it. Shouldn't talk about it.
If you ever have any... This realm... If you ever have... This realm... If you ever have any questions about the realm within, you may ask me.
Never felt like this before.
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
It's not chai tea. It's tea. Chai tea is like saying tea tea. And I tried to explain this, they should just call it masala tea or masala chai, which is what we call it. But ginger or spicy.
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Using our trails. Exactly. You don't have to be a farmer standing in the garage. So these theater.
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
Exactly. You don't have to be a farmer standing. These theater.
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
I just feel like there had to be multiple failures along the way here for this to happen. If it would take you serious, If they were taken serious by multiple complaints, that little girl would have been insulted. It was fine how.
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?